This video is addressing those people. These people don't have to have a place in your life. You can respectfully wash your hands of people and move on. God has really blessed me to be a beautiful person and to grow into a beautiful person.
You'll be by my side. I'll be by your side. You'll be by my side, baby, baby. I'll be by your side. You'll be by my side. I'll be by your side. You'll be by my side.
What's good, Mother Mob? This is Mother Bonita back with another video, and today I am doing a video. The title is Letter to You. I'm getting everything off my chest. I got a lot to say, a lot of people to address, a lot of things to say to a lot of people out there, and hopefully you stay tuned and you watch the full video. Okay, so I've been wanting to make this video for a long time. It was just a lot of stuff that was stopping me because I didn't want to seem confrontational. I didn't want to seem negative, you know. But it's like now that my platform is getting bigger, a lot of people that follow me are very supportive, and I just think like what I have to say will help a lot of people. Y'all, this waist trainer is really just, I can't breathe right now. But okay, so the title is Letter to You. It's not one specific person that I'm talking about. I'm addressing a lot of things and a lot of people because I just felt like I couldn't talk about it. And it's not good when you have things bottled up and you can't talk about it because it's only gonna like drive you more crazy. So a lot of you that has been following me, shoot, it's been almost a year now. In my first videos, maybe like the third video I did, it was the topic was toxic relationships. I'm gonna go into depth on that. So I have to start from the beginning for you to understand where I'm coming from. And I'm not gonna say any names or anything, but my ear itch. But when I was a child, you guys, if you didn't know, I think I said this though. I really do think I said this. But when I was a child, I was molested by a family member's husband. So that went on for years, you know. With me being grown, I don't think it has an effect on me. I really don't. I think with the way that it happened and the way my family handled the situation, it just made me very nonchalant. So, yeah. So I always talk about I didn't never have a good relationship with my mother. I still don't. So this video is addressing those people because I still have a terrible relationship with my mother, and I want people to know that you could go through things like I was molested. I was molested for years. That did not determine who I was as a person. I was molested and it happened, and it's not okay. It's not okay. I told my family they did not handle it the way that they should have at all. They still don't, because the person still just walking around. And it made me, because it did have, what I will say is, it had a trickle down effect of how I was when I dealt with men. So, and I have to realize that I want to make this video, and I'm probably all over the place with my words, but you have to realize things so that they won't keep happening. So I noticed, because when this happened, I was about 7. It went on until about 8th grade. So around that time, that's when I met my child's father. That's why I grew so attached to him, so attached to his family, because it was like, with my own family, with my own mother, I didn't feel the security. I didn't feel nothing, none of that. It was just, with my family, what my mother did to the best of her ability was get you to school, make sure you got good grades. That was it. You know, you ate, you had food, you know what I'm saying? That was it. The extra stuff, it wasn't in that. So I grew very attached to my child father and his mother. So unfortunately, you know, like after 8th grade, it didn't happen. I didn't have no incident with the person who molested me anymore. With my child father, like I just grew super attached to him, super attached to his family. It was like, and that's not good. Like, and I will say, my father, he wasn't there day to day, but he did try to step up when this happened. He was the only parent that I had that actually tried to do something about it. So they kind of made me grow closer to my father. And I don't fault him or anything, because some people just don't know how to be a parent. Like my mama, she just don't know how to be a mother, and he just doesn't know how to be a father. But he did know how to care when it was time for him to care. He does know how to step in when it's when you're supposed to be there. So that was just my situation. That was just how I grew up. That was just my childhood, me. Cause I noticed, like with me and my brothers, I have three brothers. We didn't grow up the same way. So the mother that they experienced, I didn't experience her. The father that they experienced, I didn't experience that. And it's crazy because we grew up in the same house. But back to the child father thing. So I grew very attached to him. So when I got to college, 2015, that's when I was pregnant. And that's when we had our official, like, first fight. We had our fight. You know, he put his hands on me, whatever. And then when I say fight, I don't want to just say that he put his hands on me. We fought. We literally fought. But with him being his size, you know, he messed me up. So I called his mother, you know, and it was just like, you know, this is what happened. Because it was like, I don't want to put you in jail. I don't want this to happen. I want you to come get your son. She was like, you know, I wouldn't be on the phone with his mother. I would be calling the police. So he ended up going to jail, you know, and that was just a whirlwind of a terrible time for me. Because for one, my mother didn't do nothing. Her again, because she didn't do nothing when I was molested. And when this happened, it was like, I got other kids to worry about. And do you know that this is all over Facebook or whatever? So that was sad on her part. And again, I was nonchalant. I didn't care. I didn't care about anything. All I was worried about was the fact that I was pregnant and I was bringing a child into the world. So, you know, I ended up being put out of my mother's house, and then I only had his family to depend on. The sad part about it is I actually grew to have a real relationship with him, with his family, his mother, I thought the whole family, you know. But some people are just, I don't know, some people are just toxic, you know, and people would tell me about his mother and people all the time, but I'm just like, I don't see that. I don't see that in her. I don't know what she did to you, but I don't see that. So I'm just thinking, you know, these people are helping me. They were taking me to work. She took me to the doctor, because my mama didn't take me to no appointment. She took me everywhere. They made him take me somewhere sometimes or whatever. But they were helping me. But I mean, they should have. I was having his daughter. So as time went on, we still had fights. I lived in his house. It was just like, would you rather be in the house with your baby father and have fights every now and again, or would you rather be at home fighting your mama and she's intentionally trying to hurt you? She's intentionally trying to hurt your child. No, I stuck it out. And the sad part about that was his stepfather was a police. So he got away with he got away with a lot. And I mean, I would call the police, and the city that we live in, they like, okay, Deja, what? Like, what now? And they just was like, well, you can go. Like, they told me I should leave out the situation. Like, I should move out the house. But it's like, if you have a child and you have no other place to go. So if I chose to leave out the situation, I would have to. The only person that I probably could have went was my father. with my father, I didn't have the extra money to pay him. And everybody else was just like, no, you know, you can't stay with me or whatever. I stayed at my auntie house for a little bit, but it was too much for her. And then like my mama, she was crazy. It was crazy. She was lying, telling people one thing and doing another. And it was just like, I have to think about my child. Because it's like, it's one thing that you can hurt me all day, but if you try to hurt my child, that's a whole nother thing. So I stuck it out with my child father because I knew at the end of the day, his family would help me with my child, and I needed that at that time because I had no other assistance. So time goes on, you know, I'm still in the house, things happen. I have another child, but at this time, we had some fight, and I would never forget. It was on July 4th. I went to the hospital. I had a concussion. And a 1-year-old, I want to say Bill was 1. And his grandfather was actually there with Bill, and my cousin was actually my doctor. So he was just like, no, you got to get out the situation. I don't know what you need, what's happening. I'm going to give you some money, but you got to get out. And that's what woke me up. I'm like, I started to put stuff in place slowly but surely. I was still living in the same house as my child father, but at that time he was in school, so we didn't see each other like that. So I just had to get it together. I had to get it together for my kids. I'm like, do you seriously want to be in this situation and see your kids? I mean, do you want to be in this situation and have your kids see that you are letting somebody put their hands on you? Because I used to plead. I would plead with him like, do you want this for your daughters? Like, and he like, I would never let nobody do this to my daughter, but you're doing it to me. So it was like, I was trying to reason with him to see if he would understand of what he was doing, because in my eyes, it's like, I trusted you. I grew so close to you. You were there for me in a dark time, in a dark space, and it's like, you are doing this to me. You're putting your hands on me. So it's like, the fact that I was molested, which is actual sexual abuse, which I didn't come in terms with because I was a child. It's like, okay, I know that this person is touching me inappropriately. I told my parents, they did nothing. It was like, okay, you can't do anything about that. And then I couldn't do anything about it. So, but it still was not right. So, but I never put that into my head. So it was like, when he was putting his hands on me, it was just like, okay, stick it out then. Like it's either you be in a worse situation or a worse situation with your mama. So it was like, no, these are still wrong situations. Whether it's emotional abuse that I had with my mama, sexual abuse that I had as a child, or physical abuse that I had like as a young adult. So I had to wake up. I definitely forgave the person who sexually abused me. I been forgave him because I needed to do that for myself. I needed to do that for my kids. God already put into my spirit that I got that handled. Like, there's nothing that you need to do. I got it handled. So I don't even care about that, because a person who does something like that eventually will get caught. Whether they think they can do it to this girl, and never get caught, you're going to get handled at the end of the day. At the end of the day, God got the last say. So you're definitely going to get handled. But I always felt like in all these situations, I never had a voice. As a child, if you tell your parent, this is happening to me, or because even then, I couldn't even tell my mama because she was never really around. She was always working. And it's like, as a child, I thought, okay, well, this is the only person who could watch me and my brothers. So it's like, if I tell, then he's not going to be able to watch us, and then she can't work. So that's what I'm thinking as a child. And I used to like cut myself and stuff like that. And I just was going through it. So it was like, when I met my boyfriend at the time, which is now my child father, it was like I confided in him. I confided in his mother. But it was just like, I was a child going through something. Can't no little boy, a boy can't heal you. You can't look for somebody else to heal you. And that's what I thought being with him did. So it was like, it don't matter what you do to me. It don't matter what we got going on. I'm staying regardless. So that was not right. Like, and I feel like so many people do that. I mentored so many little girls, and it's like I mentored this one girl, and I will never forget, because she actually committed suicide. And I tried to the best of my ability to help her the best that I could with her situation, being transparent with her and telling her my story and telling her that it will get better, and if she needed me to call me and all this other stuff. But a lot of people don't feel like they have a voice, and when you don't feel like you have a voice and you got so much going on in your head, something can just trigger, and then you will literally everything will just blow up at one time, literally. And I don't know. I just know all of these situations, I never had a voice. My voice didn't matter with the situation with my mother, because it's like, they're like, that's your mama. In the black community, baby, if your mama doing something to you and she hit you or whatever, you must have did something. You got a smart mouth, this, that, and other. But some people are crazy. Like, I legit feel like my mother just needs help. I think and it's like, people can say pray for your mama all day. And let me tell y'all, for all the people that want to call me and that's our friends, your friend needs help. Some people legit need help. Like, instead of saying, like, pray for her, like, get the person help. Like, legit, get them help. Like, a person could look like they have it all together on the outside, but they need help. Like, I wish somebody would have probably put me into therapy or something as a child. I probably wouldn't have had this situation happen to me with my child father, because I would have known that that was incorrect. The people need help. And I remember my baby father, mother, she would say, like, I think you need to go to therapy. I think you need, like, because I would just spaz. Like, I would literally just spaz. Like, he would do something, I would do something back. He would do something, I would do something back. I really just want to make this video to inspire people, because so many people look up to me, and it's like, you don't even know my story. You don't know what I've been through. I have been through all these situations that I'm telling you about. I remember as a child wanting to end life, just, oh, you know, when you're a child, you think, oh, if I do this, then everything would be okay. But then I'm super happy that I had a relationship with God, because I'm like, if you end your life, you're going to hell. You're literally going to hell. I'm like, do I really want to burn in hell? Well, no. So I stuck it out. I stuck it out. And I'm saying it in a joking manner, but that was my thought process. But I had nobody to talk to about any of this. And it's like, I hate the people, and I'm very glad that I'm making this video, because a lot of people, they look at you, whether you are a rape victim, molestation, whatever, sexual abuse, emotional abuse, whatever. They look at you as if you are a victim. Baby, I'm a survivor, sweetie. Correct your terms. I survived all of that. I have 2 kids now. I have a business. I'm very successful in life. I got a degree. What? Excuse you. So you don't belittle the person when you talk to them. You talk to them and you meet them where they are, and you talk to them with understanding, and you talk to them in hopes of helping them to progress, to just progress. You don't talk like a lot of people. If I ever probably tried to talk to somebody outside of, because I only talk to in depth in this situation, my grandmother, of course I talked to her. I talked to, when we were kids, like my child father, and I talked to my boyfriend now that y'all know. So, and then probably like my best friend Amari or whatever. I don't really know if I told her. But, and I mean, I want to say I told y'all. I don't know. Y'all can correct me if not. If I did not, correct me. But that's why I'm a very open person, because it's like in private, when you feel like, when you should be able to go to like your mama, your auntie, your this, your dad, your brother, even your brothers. I hate the situations that happen to me. All these situations happen to me, and I promise you, I've never had a conversation with my brothers like in depth. Like, we don't even have a real relationship. It's so broken. It's so broken, and I hate that. That's how I grew up, but that's how I grew up, and I'm just really happy that God blessed me enough to have 2 beautiful children. Jokingly, my child father's mother, her funny toxic self, she used to say, well, now you got the kids that, now you have kids to give you the love that you never received. Well, you are right, baby. You are right. You are definitely right. I do have 2 beautiful children given to me by God, despite the person that helped me make them. But the love that I have for them, with them, from them, is a love that is not like nothing else. So that made me want to get right for myself, for them to be the example that they deserve, despite my mother, despite their father, because the situations that you go through, they don't define you. They don't. They help you, you know, as you go along to make the person that you are, because due to these unfortunate situations, it makes me so much more stronger. It makes me, you know, I don't take a lot of mess now, because probably back then I probably was a wimp and I probably took everything, and I didn't know my self-worth. But baby, now you couldn't tell me nothing, okay? And moving along to today, also I make this this video, I want to address those people. For the person who molested me, you know who you are. For the family of your family, which is my family, because you're married to my cousin, what I will say to you is, I've been forgave you. I've been forgave you for the sake of me, for the sake of my children. But you, of course you won't get away with anything. I mean, you know what you've done. You know who you've done it to. So God has the last say. I have nothing to do with that. I cannot judge you. I wish that you know, you would correct yourself for your kids, you know, because you have kids. And at the end of the day, they're my cousins, and I wish the best for them. I don't want them, you know, I just wish the best. But I definitely forgive you. I forgive your wife. I forgive all y'all. And oddly enough, I actually love my family. I love them despite the ugliness, but I do love you guys. Not your husband, but y'all. To my mother, I don't think I've ever really expressed like, oh, I love my mom, blah, blah, blah. That's honestly a situation that I don't, people always say like, oh, you have to forgive her. I forgave my mama because I understand that she just doesn't know how to have she doesn't know how to have a real connection to people. Some people just don't know that. They don't know that type because maybe they never had that. I don't know. Maybe something happened. But I do pray that you get some type of help because life is too short. And I always tell you, like, what if something happens to you or me? Do you really want to leave this world knowing that this is how you have a relationship? This is the relationship that you have with me, or this relationship that we have? It's terrible. So I do pray that you get some type of help, some type of assistance, because it's very, very much of a necessity, like very much. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not really good with words, and I probably need a communication class. I do need a communication class, y'all. To my baby father, I just really wish in some shape, form, or fashion you would get your life together for your kids. There's no reason to stalk me. There's no reason to stalk my life. There is no reason to stalk my business, because your company that you have, I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what's wrong with her. I don't know. I'm not really even trying to understand. I'm really not. But I just really wish that you guys would, instead of trying to bother me in my life, I would hope you would wake up and realize you have 2 daughters. So it's like, the stuff that you did to me, do you want somebody doing it to your kid? Wake up. Wake up. Life is too short, baby. Wake up. You got 2 babies at the end of the day who are gonna need you and need you to be a correct example for them. But if you don't realize that, because also I do want to say, Jada Pinkett Smith, she had one of her episodes on Red Table Talk, and I promise you, this is when it made me forgive him. She said she realized, for the sake of her father, she said she realized that he had his own journey before he had me, meaning her. Like, that's what I had to put in terms of my baby father. It's like, this man had his own life journey. It just so happened that along the way, he had 2 kids with me. So that didn't mean, some people are not ready to be fathers. Some people are not ready for any of that. So I'm not even faulting this man for being a father, for not being a father, because that's not my place. I don't even care to judge anybody, because I know that I got a lot of going to do. But what I will say, respectfully, leave me alone. Stop stalking me, okay? Because it's getting crazy. And next, I don't know. I definitely forgive you. I've been forgave you. I mean, but whether it's your mother, whether it's your child father, these people don't have to have a place in your life. You can respectfully wash your hands of people and move on. Because if you don't, they will bring you down with them. And that's what I had to do probably last year. And ever since then, I've been actually been receiving more blessings, and just really loving my life without them in it. So please know, I don't know, I just know that these 3 key people have done things in my life that just they thought was gonna define me. Like, I'm pretty sure the person who molested me thought I was gonna be so hurt and so whatever that was gonna mess my life up. I'm pretty sure my mother, with all her crazy stuff that she said, she thought that would bring me down. I'm pretty sure that my baby father thought that I would be nothing without him, because I don't have him to help me with my kid. But when they say but God, okay? Throughout all the fights, the concussions, the this, the that, I have made something of myself. And that's because of me. Because of who God has made me to be. God has really blessed me to be a beautiful person and to grow into a beautiful person for the sake of my kids. And I'm very happy that, like, I have come into different seasons where I meet people and I'm able to bless them, and I'm very happy that I'm able to help people, bless people, all of that, because that's all God. That is all God. And when I mention the word God, I'm not playing, y'all, because without God, I'm really nothing. And if you would have seen who I was 4 years ago versus today, that is a totally different person. And that's all due to my kids. My kids are literally the reason for everything. I used to think that I had no identity. I used to think that I had no voice. I used to think that, you know, because of these people, that would bring me down in life. But actually, thanks to YouTube gave me a voice. I was able to reach other people outside of my city and my state, because I've been mentoring people for probably about 3 years now, but now I'm able to meet people like in different countries, Ghana, and like this girl in Toronto, and they look up to me, and it's just like, wow, you don't even know what I've been through. You don't even know my story. And so if you ever see me and you ever wonder why I used to like rant on Facebook, that's why. I was going through so much. And those people mean nothing. Those people mean nothing. And I just wish the best for them individually on their own journeys. But as far as mine, we don't coincide. We don't coincide anymore. And I'm just happy. I'm very happy that I got with my boyfriend when I did. That was a beautiful gift it's a beautiful gift to meet a person that makes you happy, that makes your children happy, that brings light to your life. Because for a long time, I was very distraught, depressed, this, that, and other. And I couldn't talk about it. Because, and it wasn't even about the childhood thing. It's about when people say, don't have children before marriage, please, 0 stars. It is not recommended that you do, because that is a drama in itself. That's probably why God said, baby, hold some legs until you get married, okay? And that's what I should did. But y'all, this is just my letter to all of you to say that this is me. This is me. I haven't been transparent with you guys in a long time because I've been going through so much. But you guys, this is just a letter to all of you to say this is who I am. This is Mother Bonita. Mother Bonita is a person who has gone through so much and is still going through life things every day. But I made it. You're not a victim of the things that happen to you. You are a survivor of that, and you keep going and you keep pushing and you keep moving on. The people don't define you. The situations don't define you. You can make something of yourself, and then that will be your story to tell other people to help them out of that situation. That's exactly what that will be, because that's exactly who I am. I have overcome all of this. And I'm happy. I'm so happy that I even have this platform. It's amazing to me how many people tell me, oh my God, you're such an inspiration to me. No, you guys who tell me that, you are inspiration to me. Because for the simple fact that I even touch you enough for you to type those words to me is everything. It's literally the world. So I just pray that I keep growing and I keep, getting better, because I have a long way to go in life. But that's me. That's who I am. That's what happened to me. That's my story. That's what I go through. And yes, y'all. So hopefully you guys like this video. I am kind of all over the place with the schedule of my videos. Hopefully this week I will get the new business video out so you guys can have that. I have been promising that for a long time. But if you guys like this video, please drop a like for me. Make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe, hit that bell so you can be notified. And thank you so much, Mother Mom, for getting me to almost 50K. We are almost at 50K. So at 50K, we're doing a celebration. And yeah, and you already know what I say. If you like this video, thank you. If you did not like this video, I don't care.
You knocked on my window and slept on my pillow, then said you had found